Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your brother G Money Wisdom. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why every man should own a toolbox and know a trade. So, the first reason why every man should own a toolbox is I'm going to start speaking from personal experiences. So, a couple months ago, I decided to buy myself a toolbox with some tools like a drill, some hammers, drill bits, stuff like that. And recently I've become unemployed due to certain specifics that I won't get into. But I've found that since purchasing this toolbox, it's actually been able to help me get jobs because I have previous experience doing light handyman stuff. And honestly, my background isn't that intensive, but I'm just good enough where I know how to use a drill, I know how to disassemble stuff like that. So it's provided me a little bit of a safety net and is allowing me to continue to be unemployed just for a little bit longer due to having jobs because I purchased a toolbox and I'm basically just a handyman for hire right now. So that's reason number one is having a toolbox. And if you have some sort of mechanical knowledge and you're not like completely clueless around drills, you can possibly find some work to sustain yourself. The second is you'll be able to do improvements upon your house yourself if you're good enough. I don't recommend you doing this if you're not good at doing this or you're not like somewhat close to being a professional, as in the long run you can actually lose money doing this. But this will help you build equity in your house, save money from having to hire professionals, as well as having to hire handyman and specialized labor, which these days we know everything is becoming more and more expensive and specialized labor is just becoming ridiculous. So that's reason number two. Reason number three is I've had several incidences where, let's say I need to tighten a lug nut on my tire. I have those tools to do so, so I don't need to call anybody to come and do that. I can go and do that myself if I need to, or like some basic stuff's broken down in my house, I'm able to fix it because I know how to and I have the tools to do so. And having a toolbox really just speeds that process up a lot. Um, so those are the reasons why I think every man should have a toolbox, and it's just really helpful to have and know how to fix things. As I feel like as a man, you should be independent and you shouldn't have to be dependent on other people to do everything for you. As when you become a man, independence is more important because as like when you're a child, your whole life is just dependence, which makes sense because you're just a kid. You're not old enough to do certain things. You don't know certain things about the world, so it makes sense that you're dependent. But as you grow older and as you become a man, it's important to become as independent as possible. And yes, it's not possibly possible to become 100% independent, as I think like human beings, we're social creatures and we need each other to a certain extent. So don't overdo that, but it's really helpful to be independent at times. And my last point is going to be every man should know a skill or a trade. And even if you don't pursue those as a career path, you should at least have some knowledge on a skill or a trade that can help you because in uncertain times that we're living in, we're going through a recession and all these things, and the future is really uncertain. Having a skill is going to be priceless because a lot of people, respectfully, are just useless. They don't know any skills. They don't really know how to do anything other than use technology and their phones and social media and stuff like that. And I'm not going to be the all police and say everybody's like this, but the majority of my generation, at least, I'm 23 years old, I find just don't know how to do anything really useful. So I highly recommend you guys learn a skill and a trade because you can also transfer that skill and trade to other skills and trades. As if you learn how to learn, effectively, you can transfer that process of learning to other skills effectively, as well as you can travel the entire world. Like, the entire world's going to need a plumber. The entire world's going to need an electrician, a carpenter, stuff like that. So you have the freedom to go wherever you want in the world with a trade and skill because you're extremely valuable. You have extremely valuable skills. So you're able to go wherever you want in the world. You have location freedom. And if you become good enough, you also have time freedom because you can set your own hours. You can decide when you want to work. You can decide if you want to take on clients right now or not and just chill for the moment and like take a month off if you want and not have to, subject yourself to working all the time for a 9 to 5. So, excuse me guys, I just burped, but so that's the end of the video. I hope this was some value to you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.